want to encourage you to stop looking for the big moments that you think is going to change your life. Because it's typically not the big moments that changes your life, but it's a bunch of little yeses that are continuously stacked. So God, I feel from my personal experience, is found in the little mundane choices of our everyday. And it's in these choices, it's in these tasks that we're given is where we find our purpose, our calling. It is where we're sanctified. It's where we're led to the greater picture. So a few examples from this, being with like the little yeses. Back when I was 17, my best friend had just passed away, and I went to church. I didn't feel like going. I was Protestant then. Did not feel like going to church. We were doing this. I was in youth group. We were doing this dance routine. It's called Human Videos. Raise your hand if you remember those. And I just was not into it. And so I just walked out in the middle. And I'm headed to the front door when a friend of my best friend that had passed away stops me. He stops me in the hall and he goes, "Hey, Jesse." And I'm like, I knew who he was, but we never spoke. And he was like, "Hey, you want to like go out to the mall and we'll go do something?" And he wanted to date me. I wasn't interested. And I thought, not really. But then also I was like, something was just like, yeah. I was just like, yeah, let's go. Let's go to the mall and do it. Yeah. So we go to the mall. We're walking around. I'm bored out of my mind. And then he's like, "Hey, like, let's go back to the place that I've been staying at. It's this friend that passed. It's his brother. I'm staying with him right now." So I go back, and that's where I met my husband. And it was that insignificant yes to go to the mall with someone that I wasn't really friends with or, didn't really want to. It was that choice that you would think would never affect your future that affected my future the most. I'm married 21 years. I have 2 kids. And my life would be wildly different if I had said no. And then another thing is when back in 2023, I had just miscarried. My mom passed 2 months after the miscarriage. And then my husband and I were going over our bills and we're like, wow, like something needs to be done. So I decided to go get this temporary little part-time job that was supposed to last maybe like a year. Didn't want to. A lot of spaces is where you don't want to go. But you do. If you say the yes, sometimes it leads to monumental moments that change your life. I start out there working maybe 12 hours a week. Then I end up going to full-time. Then I end up lead in that room. Then I end up kindergarten assistant. And now in the spring, I'm graduating with my certification as kindergarten teacher. All in the span of 4-ish years. And it started with a small yes of helping out my parish's daycare because they were lacking people and I needed a little bit of money. Simple yes, something you wouldn't think would affect your life in a crazy way. These are all very small, insignificant moments when you think back and reflect on them. But if you think back and reflect on them in the way that they have paved your life, they weren't small and insignificant at all. So I think that when people go out looking for the giant God signs, I think we're missing a lot. Because I think that a lot of what he's telling us to do, many ways that he's speaking to us, come in these small tasks of everyday life. And I just invite you to really open up and see where these small moments may be, because my heart breaks for the people looking for the big things and missing out on the small yeses.